I want to talk to you about lawyer review sites and how do you increase your ratings this year. And I want to focus on one particular one, Triple B, Better Business Bureau. Okay, so I want to explain to you the ratings, the benefits, and the impact when you think about Triple B. Now, here are the facts. Lawyers rely on reputation for a business. There is no shortcut here. Okay, so the Better Business Bureau, Triple B, offers a platform to showcase your firm's standing, but the question is, are their ratings truly reliable? Especially when it comes to revenue generation. Okay, what's the impact? What's the correlation between, let's say, a positive review on Triple B and your bottom line? So, if you seek new pathways to showcase your work and interact with potential customers, the Better Business Bureau has long served as a valuable resource. As one of the most recognized names in consumer protection and advocacy, the Triple B platform aims to give consumers an inside look at how good or bad businesses really are. So that's kind of cool from a transparency point of view. That's really good. Also from an accountability point of view, because basically, quote unquote, firms that have experienced, let's say, a negative publicity, they can be held accountable. And so, into this conversation, I want to explain to you what really you need to really pay attention when it comes to your Triple B rating. So, what is Triple B ratings for lawyers? Let's talk about that. Now, if you think about Triple B, Better Business Bureau is actually a nonprofit membership organization that aims to foster trust between businesses and consumers. And with an extensive directory of local businesses, the Triple B assists users in actually vetting law firms. That's kind of cool. And the Triple B rates businesses from A plus to F based on their interactions with customers. And this rating system, along with reviews, helps consumers judge a business's reliability, but also ethics. Okay. And so now, one thing I want to say here is that basically, while the reviews are written by customers, the ratings are Triple B's opinion of the business's practices, complaint history, and likelihood of resolving customer concerns. Let me talk about the Triple B's grading components. So basically, if you think about the grading components at the Better Business Bureau, you have really understand that the Triple B digs a lot deeper, looking at various key areas that impact your firm's overall scores. So overall score. Let me break down for you. I want to break down for you those categories where you really where you have to pay attention to if you want to understand what makes a law firm, your law firm for that matter, stand out. First, you have the complaint history evaluation. So Triple B takes a close look at client complaints and how the firm handles them. This is not just about counting the number of unhappy customers. Far beyond that, okay? It's mostly about assessing the firm's response to issues. It's about the let's say the responsiveness, but also how you respond. Okay, that's very important. Not just about fixing the problem, but how you went about it. So key factors here include how quickly the firm addresses complaints, the quality of its solutions, and the firm's solutions, and whether the firms makes genuine efforts to resolve issues. So a law firm that promptly responds to client concerns and works towards fair resolutions will score higher than one that ignores complaints or even worse, provides unsatisfactory answers. The Triple B platform also considers the nature of complaints. So minor issues like miscommunication are viewed differently from serious allegations of malpractice or ethical violations. So besides the complaint history evaluation, another Triple B sort of grading component is actually the business type impact. So what does that mean here? Basically, the Triple B understand that law firms operate efficiently, but also differently from other businesses, and their grading reflects this. So the type of law practiced by a firm can have a significant impact on its grading. So firms specializing in high risk areas such as criminal defense or personal injury litigation may face greater challenges in maintaining a positive reputation and avoiding complaints. It's just part of the sector that works that way. Okay. And conversely, firms focused on less contentious areas such as estate planning or intellectual property may have an easier time maintaining a clean record. Triple B evaluates the inherent risks associated with the firm's practice areas and how effectively it manages those risks. Besides the business type impact and the complete history evaluation, you also have a significant of time in business as well as transparent practices role. And finally, honoring triple B commitments. Okay, so let me break it down for you. When I speak about significant of time in business, at first, let's say your firm's time in business is seen as an indicator of stability, resilience, and consistent client service. Established firms are viewed as having weathered various economic cycles and adapted to changes in the legal landscape over time. This experience often translates to a deeper understanding of legal processes and a more refined approach to client relations. However, the Triple B's approach is nuanced. While long-standing firms may receive recognition for, let's say, their endurance, newer law practices are not automatically disadvantaged. The Triple B acknowledges that fresh firms can bring innovation, specialization in emerging areas of law, and modern approaches to legal services. The key factor here is that how well a firm, regardless of aging, maintains high standards of practice and adapts to evolving client needs. So, if the Triple B cannot ascertain a business's opening date, they will use the date the Triple B opened the company's file as a proxy. This is also true if a business doesn't, let's say, share its start date. A missing or unknown date may work against the company in question. You also have transparent practices roles. So the transparency component focuses on how open and honest a firm is in designing, let's say, its interactions with clients and the public. The Triple B highly values a firm that provide clear, accessible information about their services, pricing structures, and potential outcomes of legal proceedings. Okay, this is really important, and so this includes being upfront about fee structure, providing realistic assessments of case prospects, and clarity communicating the scope of services offered. And the Triple B looks favorably on firms that explain legal processes in terms clients can understand, avoiding unnecessary jargon that might confuse or mislead them. You also have the ability to honor Triple B commitments. So the Triple B looks at whether a law firm fulfills its obligation from any agreement made through the Triple B dispute resolution processes, like mediation or arbitration. If a complaint is lodged about a firm, does the firm participate in good faith or, just ignore it? And participate in good faith in terms of resolving the issue in a fairly manner. Okay, do they fully cooperate and abide by any decisions reached? So the Triple B will also pay attention to that aspect of things. Also, another grading components here, you have licensing and government actions, in addition to advertising issues influence. Let me explain a little further. So when I speak about licensing and government actions, the Triple B platform examines if a law firm maintains all proper licensing required by the state to practice law. So being in good standing with regulations is the baseline for any legal services. The platform also considers any past disciplinary actions from licensing boards or other government agencies for issues like violating rules of professional conduct. Law firms that seek Triple B accreditation are expected to maintain these standards consistently. What about advertising issues influence? Well, advertising issues can also influence a law firm's Triple B rating because they can affect the firm's credibility and trustworthiness. Okay, so this component examines whether or not a law firm's advertising practices align with a Triple B's code of advertising and other relevant guidelines used by business bureaus, and that really has a deep impact over time. So, for instance, if a law firm that uses clear, accurate, So if a law firm uses clear, accurate, and non-misleading advertising, basically you are Triple B will realize that the firm demonstrates its commitment to honesty and transparency. This approach to advertising helps clients make informed decisions about legal services and enhances the firm's reputation for integrity. Accredited businesses, including law firms, are particularly expected to adhere to these standards across the board, really. Let me talk to you about the extras here. So I want to really dig a little deeper in terms of the Better Business Bureau's rating system. So that's really going to help you. So with an A plus to F scale, ratings represent the Triple B's opinion of a company's interaction with its customers. A law business's Triple B rating can be quickly and easily looked up on the easily accessible directory. While the ratings are not a guarantee, they are a useful indicator and one that many consumers use as a starting point when choosing a business to work with. So while the ratings are not really like pretty clear, you have to really understand this is actually going to help you big time. So let me talk about the Triple B's rating points. So those rating points are the specific factors that the organization considers when evaluating a business. These points are based on a set of standards that the Triple B believes are crucial for maintaining trust and promoting fair and honest business practices. So the Triple B's rating points include factors such as the business complaint history, the response to customer complaints, its transparency and honesty in advertising, and its compliance with legal and industry standards. Okay, and each of these factors is assigned a specific weight, which determines its impact on a business's overall rating. I'm going to put on the screen here two important tables. Okay, for example, a business with a strong track record of resolving customer complaints may receive a higher rating than a business with a history of unresolved complaints. Similarly, a business that uses clear and accurate advertising may receive a higher rating than a business, say, that engages in deceptive or misleading advertising practices. So I'm showing you right now on the screen. Here is a table that outlines the Triple B rating points and their corresponding weights. I'm going to leave this on the screen for a few seconds for you to have a clear idea. Feel free to pause the video to really understand. So you have the factor and you have the range of points that can be earned or deducted, maximum to minimum. You also have the Triple B's rating scale. So the rating scale is the system that the organization uses to assign ratings to trustworthy businesses based on their performance across the various rating points. And the scale ranges from A plus to F, with A plus being the highest rating and F being the honest. And really, just like in school, okay, the Triple B rating scale is designed to provide a clear and accurate assessment of a business's overall quality, taking into account both its strengths and weaknesses. So I'm showing you on the screen here. Here is a table that outlines the Triple B's rating scale. Again, I'm going to show this on the screen. I'm going to leave this on the screen for a little bit before actually I go to the next section. Let me talk to you about the benefits of Triple B reviews for law firms. So Triple B reviews offer numerous benefits for law firms, including enhancing their credibility and building client trust. So let me talk to you about enhanced credibility. So positive Triple B reviews can help law firms such as yours build trust with potential clients by showcasing their strengths and highlighting their commitment to providing high quality legal services. And these reviews provide valuable social proof, demonstrating that other clients have had positive experiences with a law firm and encouraging potential clients to do the same. Moreover, and this is a biggie, Triple B reviews can give law firms a competitive edge in the legal market. With so many law firms vying for attention, positive Triple B reviews can help a law firm stand out from the crowd and attract new clients. By showcasing their strengths and addressing any weaknesses, law firms can build a strong reputation in the legal market and position themselves as leaders in the field. So that's really good from a flexibility point of view. That's really good. So you have enhanced credibility. Besides enhanced credibility, you also have increased client trust. Because, see, the whole thing is that you are basically buttressing your accountability loop. Look at it that way. So, building trust with potential clients is paramount for any law firm, and positive triple B reviews are, in this case, instrumental in achieving this. When prospective clients read glowing reviews and see higher ratings, they feel more comfortable and more confident also in the firm's ability to handle their legal matters effectively. This trust is not just about attracting new clients, it also helps in retaining existing ones. Moreover, a strong triple B presence can give a law firm a competitive edge in the credit legal market. Clients are more likely to choose a firm that has demonstrated its reliability and excellence through consistently positive feedback. You also have dispute resolution. The Triple B also assists in resolving client disputes, providing a platform, if you will, that allows clients to file complaints and law firms to respond and resolve issues. This process demonstrates a law firm's commitment to addressing client concerns and maintaining a high level of customer satisfaction. You also have criticism of triple B ratings, right? Because no system is a positive per se. Okay, so while the triple B claims to be a mutually trusted intermediary between consumers and businesses, it has been accused of having a conflict of interest due to its funding model, as the triple B receives most of its revenue from businesses in the form of corporate memberships. There is an argument that the organization is biased in favor of paying members. So, criticizing the triple B's lack of independence, some have noted that receiving funds from member businesses may result in actually this conflict. Okay, so if you have like a pay-to-play scheme, then it's not really interesting, especially as there was an investigation actually in 2015 by CNN that found that some businesses, including HCR Manucare, had managed to maintain a high triple B ratings despite facing serious regulatory actions or fraud or even fraud allegations. This led CNN to conclude that the triple B's rating system was deeply flawed, with grades seemingly arbitrary and subject to erratic change. And the investigation also found that consumer lawsuits were not factored into a company's grade, which damaged the credibility of the triple B's rating. So let's talk about filing a triple B complaint. If you have a problem with a business, you can file a complaint with a triple B. The triple B acts as a middleman, if you will, between consumers and businesses. And this process is free and can be done online. Before you begin, ensure you have contacted the business in question first to attempt a resolution. You should also have the relevant documentation on hand. This could be documents related to your issue or a record of attempts to resolve the problem. To file a complaint, you want to visit the Triple B's website and select File a Complaint. You'll be asked to detail the nature of your complaint as well as provide your personal information. The Triple B will then forward the complaint to the business within 2 business days, okay? And businesses, let's say, routinely have 14 days to respond to the complaint. You will receive a copy of their response or a message stating that no reply was received. If the Triple B doesn't, let's say, hear from the business, they will send a second request. You should hear back about the complaint within 30 days. And at this point, the Triple B may offer actually mediation or arbitration services to help resolve the dispute. And these services vary across regions, so be sure to check with your local Triple B office. If the business responds to the complaint and you remain dissatisfied, the Triple B may request a further response from them. And once a complaint is actually closed, it may be publicly visible on the Triple B's websites for 3 years. The Triple B assigns each case one of the following closing statuses. So you have resolved, answered. So resolved means the issue was resolved actually to your satisfaction. Answered means the business addressed the complaint, but you did not accept the response or didn't indicate your satisfaction. Unresolved means the business responded but didn't make a good faith effort to resolve the issue. And unanswered means the business did not respond. So something to really think about. So basically, is the Triple B rating reliable? Let's talk about that. Well, if you're wondering how reliable is Triple B, it's important to consider both the strengths and limitations of the rating system. The Better Business Bureau's ratings are a useful indicator of a business's reliability and trustworthiness. but only to an extent, right? But while the triple B is valuable in terms of it's a valuable resource for using for actually sizing up a business, its ratings have come on the fire, as you saw a little earlier, leaving many to question how reliable the whole thing is. Okay, and it's one of those things where you have to really understand that you have to do your best to maintain a positive posture, positive profile on triple B if you are a law firm anyway, because you have nothing to lose. In conclusion, in today's conversation, I spoke to you about triple B review for law firms. I give you the facts, the extras, and now the conclusion. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.